Welcome to Brilliantly British. My name is Lawrence and today I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade canned jarred peaches and also how to enjoy them. So, as you sit there in your chair with a cup of tea in hand, put your feet up, relax and enjoy this episode. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Canned peaches, often underrated and overlooked until today. For after this episode, you'll learn how to preserve and jar your own peaches to enjoy wherever and whenever. Canned fruit became popular during the First and Second World Wars as a way to preserve and easily transport fresh produce. After the war, communities and returning soldiers developed a taste for canned produce, so much so that it became a staple in most homes. My fondest memories involve having this at school at the end of lunch. And so in today's episode, I'll be showing you how to make them quickly and easily, allowing you also to flavor your fruit as you wish. So, for today's Brilliantly British peaches and cream, you will need some fresh whole peaches, granulated sugar, some water, fresh heavy cream, and this is a simple yet elegant dish, which you can take to the next level by using some vanilla pods and or some sticks of cinnamon. That's it for the making of the peaches and cream. But guys, your hydration is important. I say this all the time, but it's true. So, as Brits here on the Brilliantly British channel, we recommend switching on your kettle, brewing yourself a nice cup of hot tea and sipping on that whilst you cook. The first thing that we need to do before we start cooking at all is to sterilize the jars that we're going to be storing our peaches in. In this case, I have these two jars in front of me, and what I will do to sterilize them is to fill them to the top with freshly boiled hot water and then submerge the lids in freshly boiled hot water as well. And then I will leave them be until I'm ready to use them, and that's it. It's as simple as that. Before jarring the peaches, we need to remove the skins. So, set a pot of water over a high heat, allowing the water to come up to a rolling boil. With the water hot, score across onto the underside of each peach, then place them in the water to sit for no longer than a minute, as you do not want to cook them or soften them. As soon as a minute has elapsed, relocate them to a cold water bath. Then repeat the steps until all the peaches have been scalded with water. After scalding the peaches, with the blunt side of a knife or with a spoon, starting from the scored in cross, gently remove the skins from each of your peaches. After skinning the peaches, cut through and around right to the stone before gently pulling apart to remove the stone. And after removing the stones, set the peaches to one side ready for later on. For the sugar syrup, in a pot of water, pour in sugar followed by your aromatic of choice. I opted for cinnamon and continuously stir over a medium heat until the sugar dissolves completely. With the sugar dissolved, I'll now allow the mixture to come to a rolling boil before immediately removing it from the heat, allowing the cinnamon to infuse into the syrup for 10 minutes. Whilst we allow the syrup to infuse, take the time to fill your jars with your peaches, trying to get in as many pieces, halves in my case, as possible into each of the jars. The next thing to do before we seal these jars is to fill them each with the syrup that we've left by the side to infuse for a few minutes. It's as simple and as easy as that. The last thing to do with all of the jars filled now is to make sure that they are covered completely by the syrup. So I'll do that by pushing them down with the back of this ladle. And then I'll clean the rim of each of these jars with a wet cloth before putting on the lids. That's it, ready for the sealing process. To seal the jars, boil them on a constant rolling boil for 40 minutes, keeping the water level 2 centimeters below the lid. After which, carefully remove the jars from your pot and allow them to cool slowly. Once cool, store them in a cool, dark place or in your fridge once open. All right, the jars are sealed, which means the fruit within them will last a lot longer. Now, you can eat them as they are, but, I'd say wait at least a week. Give the cinnamon time to infuse within the peaches, which will just make them infinitely better. So I will see you in a week's time. Welcome back. This has had time to infuse, so there is just one more thing left to do, namely tasting. Now, as promised, this is going to be a tasting session for peaches and cream. So I'm going to dish this up. The cream I'm going to whip as well, and I'm also going to do something extra special as well to take this dish to the next level. To serve the peaches and cream, I'm going to break up some digestive biscuits that you should have if you've been following our episodes. And then I'm going to lay that in the bowl for a nice crumbly, crunchy base. I'll then lay on the peaches and then top everything off with some healthy lashings of freshly whipped cream. All right, let's see how good it is to make canned jarred peaches at home yourselves. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Wow. The peaches have absorbed that lovely cinnamon spice. Oh, and you've got this balance of cinnamon and peach just dancing on your tongue. The crumb from the digestive biscuits, beautiful. It gives this thing as a whole much needed texture. Not just because I made them, not just because we happen to have a video showing you how to make digestive biscuits, but I'm just saying, they add to this so much. Oh, and the whipped cream. I've said this before and I'll say it again. One of the best things ever in my book, whipped cream is up there, period. There are many ways, guys, to enjoy this, but I think this is the simplest yet the best thing. So you have no excuse, no reason not to make this, and you make this in bulk, you can have this all the time because it'll sit there always in your cupboard. So guys, please make this dish. Thank you all so much for allowing me to show you how to make your own canned, jarred peaches. Knowing that you like this episode, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe button, the notification button so that you don't miss any of our new releases. Tell everyone you know about the Brilliantly British food on this channel, and follow us on all of the social media platforms that this channel is on. And I will see you next time. You're